I feel moved to make this video because a situation has developed that moves me to make this statement. It is pure speculation, it is my personally thesis. Le Mans Ultimate developed by S397 is scheduled for the release at the end of the year. In itself a great thing to experience a new simulation. If it weren't for the word if. Have you ever seen someone who can dance at 2 weddings at once? I haven't. With Le Mans Ultimate coming out soon now, I don't think there will be much time to develop rFactor 2 further. What do you think will be the cash cow that can be milked properly? rFactor 2 or Le Mans Ultimate? Le Mans Ultimate is a spin-off that will be made palatable to the mainstream, with the Le Mans eSport event around Verstappen, Norris, broadband, etc. What's my problem with that? You want to know? Well, obviously everything comes to an end, including rFactor 2. I don't like MSG's new business plan any more than almost any other decisions they have made in the past. You want to race IndyCar, you want to race BTCC, you want to race GT3, you want to drive hypercars. Well, then buy one of our many spin-offs. You want to drive the Nordschleife with one of our cars from product A or B? Unfortunately, that's not possible for purely technical licensing reasons. But you can use it in rFactor 2. Development has been largely discontinued, but it is available there. I strongly suspect that rFactor 2 will be used exclusively as a test and development object in the future. I don't think we will see any major innovations. From a capitalistic and profit-oriented business point of view, generating a quick dollar is understandable. From my point of view, as a passionate sim racer, it's a development I don't like. Everything, really everything, will be dissected down to the smallest detail in order to somehow make money out of it. Do you really think that future spin-offs will have the complex physics of rFactor 2? Who is going to pay all that development time? I really hope I'm wrong. MSG needs money and it needs it fast and lots of it. I don't think there will be much room for us long-time loyal rFactor 2 fans. Open modding is a thorn in the side of profit-based entrepreneurs. Every privately made mod is a profit loss for them. You know what the saddest thing is? That motorsport games holds the license for the ISI engine. What do you think Reizer would have made of an AMS2 with that engine? Well, that was before MSG, but sadly it's obviously the best engine for sim racing. In the future we will be served numerous spin-offs, at least for the mainstream, greatly reduced in terms of tracks and vehicles for technical licensing reasons. A world that is not for me. I love my rFactor 2 for exactly what it is. Apparently it is now coming to an end. rFactor 2 will continue, no question. But the great days of continued development seem to be over. S397 is just a name owned by MSG, and they have to do exactly what MSG wants. As I said, this is my personally thesis. Communication was a disastrous before Paul Jeffrey and now after him. That is the motivation of my video. Before I conclude, I will add this. We have smart mates on the official forum where I personally make the claim that they are developers under a pseudonym to justify the politics around rFactor 2, who claim I got the game at an affordable price but not the right to know all the trade secrets. Now this drama I know very well since 4 years now. The fish always starts to stink from the head. So who is basically responsible for the long-lasting negativity around rFactor 2? First and foremost, the miserable communication with the outside world. And I've only been involved for 4 years. But let's leave that aside. What I'm getting is that in the Discord channel, which I generally avoid because the negativity there is very high, it was allegedly suggested that Le Mans Ultimate would bring an enormous push for further development, whatever that means. There is a lot of talk, and from a logical thinking, there won't be much space or time left for rFactor 2. And since rFactor 2 is obviously a public product, what goes with it like the amen to church? Right. Communication to the outside world about how product A or B will be planned in the future, or whether it is still being planned at all. Long-time users definitely deserve this kind of communication.